Hello, welcome to Cat's Love. Today I'm going back to my cat breed profile series to talk about the German Longhair, also known as the Deutsche Lange. Now let's get into the history. It all began in the early 1900s, when long-haired cats were bred by the rich Europeans because long-haired cats were expensive back then. All the long-haired cats were basically the same. They all had pretty much the same features, same characteristics. There wasn't many unique long-haired cats. They are now known as the Turkish Angora, but back then all long-haired cats were practically just called Angoras, and the German Longhair was classified as an Angora. Anyways, they would be bred and mixed together, which led to the Persian. But a man named Friedrich Schwangart basically said that the German Longhairs looked different than the Persians and that they should be separated. So he wrote some ground rules, or a breed standard, meaning that they couldn't be mixed, which kinda left the German cat breeders at a crossroad. Do they go for the more lavish and fancy British Persian cat, or the all-natural German Longhair? Well, that led to the breed's first ever cat show in 1930. And let's just say the British weren't happy. They legit wrote in magazines mocking the Germans for splitting apart the breeds. But that's kinda when Germany pulled a World War II and the breed almost went extinct. Like its cousin, the German Rex, this breed survived a whole world war. Barely. As people had legit thought the German Rex went extinct, leading to the Persian coming on top. And the German Longhair was forgotten. At least until a woman named Renata Aschmeyer found some cats that looked like the old 1930s German Longhair. She would breed them at her villa secretly, as they were indeed the old-fashioned breed. And then later in the 2000s, a lady named Bridget adopted a white cat who was born on a farm, and named it Shiva, and then partnered up with a friend to bring back Schwangart's version of the breed. So now there's multiple people getting their hands into the German Longhair breeding. Bridget's version was called the German Angora, and she started a German Angora cat club. Another group called it the German Longhair, and there was two other groups, one with the European Longhair and another with the traditional Longhair, but it was really just the two main names, the German Angora and the German Longhair, that would end up fighting to figure out what the real name would be. That means after a couple of years and with the old 1930s cat in mind, they finally resolved to calling it the German Longhair. The German Angora name died out, and here we are present day. I think that may have been the single longest history segment in the entirety of Cat's Love. Now let's finally talk about how to groom this cat. The cat will primarily take care of itself grooming-wise. This breed isn't really prone to matting, and will just usually get the job done. But you may need to come in and comb some areas every now and then that they can't reach. Just do what you would for any usual long-haired cat breed, but keep in mind that they usually got it covered. And when spring comes around, make sure you brush them at least 3 times a week. General care would consist of just keeping this breed inside. Long-haired cats aren't meant to be outdoor cats, as their fur can get easily damaged and tangled. You can let them outside to play, but it's not recommended to strictly keep them as an outdoor pet. If you do let them outside, make sure it's supervised and in a gated off backyard, or an area that they can play in specifically. This breed should be happy with whatever they have. They're not picky. They're not known to be very needy, but they will cling to you. They love cuddles and being around you. Exercise should consist of just normal play. They enjoy your company and will join you for extended playtime. I would recommend the usual toy wands and laser pointers, but also really anything that just dangles from a string would be good. This breed is just simply not complicated. It's just like taking care of any other ordinary cat breed, as this breed just simply doesn't need anything specific to them. Their food should consist of the usual high-quality, meat-based cat food. You could get them hairball preventive, that might be recommended. Pretty much hairball preventive cat food is just recommended for all long-haired cats, including this one. Now let's discuss their health. Due to the German Longhairs' breeders' attention to the general diversity and healthy parent breeds, this breed isn't really known to be the sickly type. They have robust and positive health, as they have no known specific diseases to them. But always remember, if you suspect something's wrong or if you can blatantly see they're sick, always take them to the vet. Now let's talk about their appearance. The German Longhaired is a long-haired cat. Mind equals blown! Their fur is medium length with a silky and almost shiny texture to it. Their fur can get long though, especially in the winter months, where they can develop pretty much like a beard with long hairs. And their rear legs can also grow some like medium length fur. The song Low by Flo Rida, where T-Pain says, and I quote, "Boots with thy fur." They are a muscular cat described as being harmonious. They have a solid neck with muscular legs, with their feet being large and broad with fur in between their toe beans. They have a slightly longer than wide head, with high-set cheekbones and broad ears that are rounded at the tip, with big oval eyes that can come in colors from green, brown, blue, and amber. They can be about an inch or two tall. And I want to talk about their coat again. The coat colors they can have are really any coat colors. And their coat patterns are usually more like commonly tabby and color point. Now let's talk about this breed's temperament. This breed is the solar opposite of boring. They are sociable, friendly, and cuddly. They love their owner, and they are just a generally relaxed cat. They are a good fit for families. They can play with the kids and relax with the adults. If you're wanting an interactive cat, then this breed would be recommended. They are generally considered good with other pets due to their outgoing behavior, and they just have an overall easygoing attitude. But if you're gonna get this cat, then make sure your pet is also easygoing. Every cat requires a good and smooth introduction to their new roommate, including this breed, so if you do it appropriately, then they may just form a strong and loving bond. Now let's move on to our final fun facts before we wrap up this video. Starting with their origination. The German Longhair, believe it or not, originated in Germany. Other than that, this breed is considered to be ultra rare. Due to them going almost extinct and just the overall low attention they have, this breed isn't common by any means. The fact that they were discovered and rebred is lucky enough in itself. And I'm glad they did. This breed was fascinating to research into, don't get me wrong. Also, fun fact, if you mistakenly thought this breed was the Siberian forest cat, I wouldn't blame you. This breed is almost a replica of that breed, having almost even features between the two. Other than that, they can weigh from 7 to 13 pounds, which is about as heavy as a bowling ball. They can live up to 20 years, estimated from the usual lifespan of the usual domestic long-haired cat. And they're priced at about 900 to 1,000 pounds, or 1,100 to 1,300 US dollars, or around 1,000 euros. But always remember, adopt, don't shop. Sure, the German Longhair is rare and you might only be able to find one through a breeder, but always remember about the shelter cats. Adopting from a shelter is more advocated as those cats need homes too. All cats deserve a home, no matter if they're from a breeder or a shelter, but just remember, shelter cats also need a good home, and there are so many shelter cats, it's best to adopt one and try to find a German Longhair from a shelter instead of going out and buying one. Adopt, don't shop. Anyways, thanks for watching. What's crazy is the history is so documented, but everything else isn't. Which is why the history segment was like a huge part of this video. The clip before editing it was 8 minutes long, which is crazy long for a history segment, 1, and 2, that's like probably gonna be a quarter if not half of the video. There was almost nothing about this breed, and a lot of it had to have been like estimated using info of other just usual domestic long-haired cat breeds. If I got anything wrong, I apologize due to the fact that there wasn't much information, but this is why I like doing these videos, is to shed light on the lesser known cat breeds and the fact that stuff like their grooming and their, care needs to be documented just as much as their history. Anyway, stay tuned for the next episode on the Cat Breed Profile series because I'm going to talk about the Havana Brown. Anyways, this video is long enough. This has been Cat's Love. Ow! I'll see you next time.